Please hang up and try again.
Hello, it is Amy, and I was thinking that today I was going to talk to you about something that happens every year for about 5% of the population, and that is called SAD. So that's seasonal affective disorder. And basically what it is it's a depressive disorder with seasonal pattern. And that's actually what it's called in the DSM-5, which is the psychology manual that is basically the psychology Bible of disorders. So it is a version of depression, but it is typically related to the seasons. So some people actually have it in the spring and the summer, but a vast majority of people are going to get sad during fall and winter months. And it's typically when the seasons change, basically when we fall back, when the time changes, all of a sudden it gets dark. And it's dark around 5 o'clock, and everybody is, everybody's in a panic. It's weird, but it's really dark all of a sudden, and the nights are longer, the days are shorter, and that can really mess with the brain. It can mess with your circadian rhythm. It can mess with a lot of stuff, and it creates this temporary disorder called SAD, seasonal affective disorder. So about 5% of the population is affected each year, and it's basically, like I said, related to the changing patterns in light. So when the time changes, the light patterns change, and your brain responds differently to it. One of the things that it affects, like I said, is your circadian rhythm, which is your sleep pattern. So whenever your sleep pattern is disrupted, when you're depressed, when you've got PTSD, when you go through trauma, anything like that, it can exacerbate the situation. It can make it worse. So really, you need to focus on your sleep. It is something that is very important, and anything that's going to affect your circadian rhythm, changing in the shifts or changing in the light, or maybe you're on the day shift and your significant other is on the night shift, and all of a sudden you're keeping each other awake. It's going to affect your mood. It's going to affect your mental health and your physical health. It's going to affect all of that stuff, and it can make you feel like you're going a little bit nutso in the brain. So, like I said, one of the biggest factors is the amount of light. Serotonin in the brain is related to a lot of disorders, and it is also it's also the lowest in the winter time. Serotonin is like a happy center, is like something that makes you happy in the brain. So when it lowers and your brain, the circadian rhythm is affected, all of those different things are affected, then that's when a disorder like SAD is going to come around. Let's see. So there are a few things that they recommend in order to help you to kind of overcome the symptoms of being sad. And one of them, funny as it may sound, is to sit with bright light for maybe 30 minutes every morning. Just flip on a bright light while you're eating breakfast. You don't even have to like look at it or anything like that. It just got to be around you. So you sit with the bright light each morning, and it's supposed to help you, like I said, with some of those symptoms. Another thing would be medication, if that's, the route that you want to take, or even psychotherapy. But none of these are guaranteed to be the end-all be-all. Every single person is different. Every person's going to respond to medicine, to the light, to psychotherapy a little bit differently. So some people need a combination of all three, or just two, or one or the other. But it's basically, it depends on you. It's a lot like your nutrition, how your nutrition depends on your genetics and stuff like that. Not everybody can have a ketogenic diet. Not everybody is going to go, low carb, or if it fits my macros, or any of those different things. You're based on your genetics, based on your brain chemistry, all of those different things, you're going to react differently than the person sitting next to you, than even a family member with, similar genes to yours. So everybody needs to assess the situation for themselves. And then sometimes it's more than just seasonal affective disorder, and you kind of would know that. If you were already maybe a little bit depressed prior to it, then it's probably not SAD, or maybe SAD is just exacerbating it and making it worse. So if it's something that's been troubling you throughout the the summertime and it's getting worse in the wintertime, then look into that. Figure it out. Go talk to somebody. Talk to a friend. Talk to a psychologist, a therapist, a counselor, whoever it is that you need to talk to, and figure that out. Because you live with you, so you kind of know what's in your, well, I mean, I can say you know what's in your brain, but I have no clue what is in my brain sometimes. It feels like this big rat's nest of crazy just in there. So, but you know what is quote unquote normal for you. So you can kind of figure that out. Is this normal, or is this maybe a seasonal thing? If you go into the spring and summer months and it is not getting any better, definitely have it checked out. It's really important that you be willing to kind of analyze what's going on in there, and that you're kind of keeping track of when are things changing, what's getting worse, am I getting better, am I getting worse, all those different things, so that you kind of know when you need to go get help and when you don't. So I hope that's helpful. I know it's a little bit of a funny acronym, SAD. We're feeling sad. But it's also one that you probably won't forget because it is a little bit silly. So remember that seasonal affective disorder, it is, like I said, it's a diagnosable disorder. It is something that people are affected by 5% every single year. So when you notice changes in your friends and yourself, check it out, take it seriously, and there's things that you can do. If you can make yourself feel better, why not go ahead and make yourself feel better? Thank you so much for indulging me again. I appreciate it. If you'd like to learn a little bit more, go ahead and subscribe, and I'll be back with more information in the near future. Just a little heads up. I think I'm going to talk about ghosts next. I don't know. So I hope that you'll drop by and you'll hear about ghosts and my dog and my haunted house. Not this house, thank goodness. But, yep, I appreciate you. Thank you so much. I care about you. And we're out.